Hello and welcome. In this video we are going to learn how to use the mid function and together with some other functions for text manipulation in Excel. Okay, so we have prepared three examples to learn how mid function works together with the search function, and we are going to use this function with mid, len and VLOOKUP, which we have learned from previous lessons. So let's start with the mid function first. How mid function works? Actually, you remember the left and right functions. Mid function also does a similar job, but it asks you three parameters. It first asks you a text to extract a part of it. Okay, and as a second parameter, it asks us the start number of our text. So if let's say we are going to start from the second character, 1, 2, and we are going to extract, let's say, 5 characters from there. So mid just extracts a part of the text written here. So you see 2, 3 hyphen and 50, 5 and 0 part here, because we have chosen to start from second character and take 5 characters for the extracted part. Mid works like this. So let's say let's see what this question wants from us. It says that extract the number in the middle from code by using mid function. Okay, in our code we see that our mid number is just after the 1, 2, 3, 4, the fourth character, and we'll take 3 characters. So we can make this easily with mid function. We are going to choose our text. We are going to say that it starts from the fourth character, because 1, 2, 3, and together with hyphen we have 4 characters. Sorry, I'm going to start from the fifth character, and I'm going to take just 3 characters, take in the numbers in the middle, and this takes the numbers in the middle like this. This is 145. But there is a small problem here. As I also mentioned in my previous videos, if I write 505 here, this is not equal to this one. Let's check if this is equal to this one. Sorry, let me write it here. If this is equal to this one, it returns false. Why? Because this is a numerical value. I wrote 505, but this is not a numerical value. Mid function, left function, right function, these functions return text values. If you want to convert this is 505. This is not 505 value. If I want to convert this into numerical value, the easy method to convert this is just multiplying with 1. So now you see this is equal to 505. I just multiplied with 1, so these are numerical values now. You see the same thing, but if you use this in a VLOOKUP, you will have problems if you are not matching the correct value or correct text in your function. Okay, I delete these ones not to get confused, and let's see the second example. In our second example, we are not going to use mid, but we are going to use search. Then in the last one, we are going to combine all of it. And what this asks us to find the text including love. In these texts including love, there is a search function in Excel which is very useful to find a part of the text. So how it works? When I write search, and it asks me, okay, which text I'm going to search for. I write love here in quotation marks, and okay, I am going to search for love, but where? And I say search it here. Okay, and as a last optional parameter, it asks also, okay, I'm going to search it from here, but where should I start from? If I leave it blank, It starts from the beginning and returns us a number. It says that I found love, and it starts from the 1, 1, 2, and third, 3. Third character, it starts your text which you are searching. Okay, and if I copy it and paste it down, you will see when it finds love, it returns a numerical value also here. Also here. If it doesn't find, it returns an error value. So in this question, it asks us write yes if text contains words love. Otherwise, write no. Okay. With search function, I found the text containing love, and I'm going to convert this into an if function. Before going for that, let's add our isNumber function as a second step. So isNumber, as you may remember, if this is a value, returns true. If this is not a value, it returns false. And as a last step, I am going to use this in if. So this is the logical test, returning true or false. And if returned true, I want to write yes. If returned false, I want to write it no. And I copy and paste. And now for this text, including love, it writes yes, otherwise it writes no. You may wonder why we use isNumber. Why don't we just use search? If you don't use isNumber from this if function, then it will give some error, because search function returns a numerical value. So in this case, it couldn't find the love text, so it returns an error. And if we return an error in if function, it cannot progress, it cannot proceed the function, so it returns an error value as well in the end of the end function. Sorry, in the end of the if function. And so we use isNumber to validate if our search is correct or not. Okay, in the last example, this is going to be really complicated, but this can be very useful in some complex cases, especially when you have some very mixed up text, mixed up values in your spreadsheet. So basically we have the country and the population table, and we want to take these countries and find their populations. However, our our country texts are a bit confusing. We have x, x, x in the beginning, and these are not standard. You see, the Japan has 3 x's and Brazil has 2 x's, and you may have like hundreds of values like this. So you may want to write a dynamic function, the dynamic formula, in order to get rid of these x's in the beginning. So we are going to use the meet, search, len, and VLOOKUP function. Let's look at the tip. First, it says you should extract the countries from the code, okay, using len function to calculate the number of characters, okay. Then search for the hyphen character and remove the left side. Then we are going to have only the countries, then finally combine these in VLOOKUP function. When we have only countries, it's easy. We are going to use it in VLOOKUP function, take the values from this table. As a start, let's use search function to find the hyphen in these texts. Okay. Now I know where hyphen starts. So the 4th character here, the 3rd character here, and so on and so forth. When I use the meet function, because it's going to ask me where should I start. Okay. As a second step, I add my meet function, and I know that I'm going to start from J. So this search function returns me where hyphen is. So if I add one more character to it, it is going to start from J. Sorry, for this parameter it asks me this text, and this is my second parameter, starting number. This is good, but I don't know the number of characters because not all countries have the same number of characters. If I say 5, for example, here, it's going to work for Japan, but it is not going to work for the other countries. Mexico has 6 characters. So we also should have our last parameter as dynamic. How are we going to do it? We know that where hyphen finishes in our text, and we know we can find the total number of characters in len function. If I subtract the len function return from the search function return, I can find how many number of characters these countries have. So I'm meaning this len function has 9 characters. Okay, and if I copy and paste it, this code has 11, this code has 9 characters, and so on. If I subtract this from where I find the hyphen, this text, now it is going to give me the number of characters for each country. Okay, now I am going to use this part in my mid function. Now it calculates the number of characters needed dynamically, so we can find the number of so we can just extract the countries from this code. So to wrap up, mid function asks us which text to use, this text, then it asks us which starting number of the character. I search for hyphen and add 1 to it to start with the first character of the country. Then as a last parameter, it asks us how many characters I'm going to use. Then we calculate it by taking the whole length, whole characters, whole number of characters, and subtract the left part from it. And this gives us the number of characters of countries. And I am going to use this information in VLOOKUP. And choosing my table, column 2, and exact match. Now it should turn population. I hope you have managed to follow until now, and let's check our results. And everything seems good. Okay, thanks for watching. In the next video, we are going to learn how to use the offset function in Excel. So keep following.